Welcome to our channel, Ghost Stories, because everybody has one. I'm Stephanie Osteen.
I'm Susan Townsend.
I'm Sarah Diamond.
And we are so glad that you have made your way to our channel or made your way back to our channel. This is a bonus episode that we're giving you. If you haven't seen any of the other stories, go back and watch a couple of those because this is kind of like the same theme as those. It's talking about like a visitation from a loved one that's passed on. And so this story was brought to us on our Facebook page by a friend of mine. She went to high school with my husband Joel, and this is a part I don't think I've shared with you two before, but our father and her father knew each other. Did y'all know that?
No, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So in case y'all didn't know, our father, Steve Brown, was a Georgia Bureau of Investigation or a GBI agent. And Dawn's father was a Georgia State Patrolman.
Okay.
And when Dawn was young, I don't know how old Dawn was, but when she was younger, her dad actually passed away, I think in the line of duty, in a car crash. And and I do believe Daddy actually attended her father's funeral. Okay. So I like that connection that, that they had. And so when Dawn shared this, I said, would you want to come on? And she was like, absolutely not. And so I said, well, can I please read it? And she said, absolutely. So I'm just going to read her story and then we can kind of talk about it a little bit. It was a really good story. It says, my story involves my daughter, Brooke. When she was a child around the age of 2 or 3, she went through a period of time, maybe 6 to 8 months, where she would often talk about her granddad's visits to her. And this granddad was Dawn's father that had passed away. So Brooke never knew him whatsoever. And she said, this was my dad who passed away 12 years before she was born. When talking about her granddad, she would say he comes to rock her in the rocking chair and talk with her. And this was brought up numerous times by her without any prompting. When asked where he comes from, she would look up into the sky. So one day we were riding into town and she's in the back in the car seat and she says to me, Granddaddy came to visit me last night. I said, he did? She said, yes, and he told me to tell you that he misses you very much. And I thought to myself and said aloud just how sweet that was and how lucky of a little girl she is. And her response to me was, he said he's coming to take me home. And I immediately got goosebumps and felt lightheaded. And I said, but you are home, Brooke. And Brooke replied, silly mama, this isn't our real home. I immediately thought of something more sinister and said, next time he comes, tell him you aren't going anywhere with him. And I'm in tears at this point and said, so what does your granddad look like? What color hair does he have? And she said, white. Well, what color are his eyes? And her reply made me fully aware that she had indeed encountered her granddad. Her reply to his eye color was gray. And I said to Brooke that she was truly blessed to have seen him and to tell him I loved him and missed him dearly. And her reply to me was, he already knows. So ask Brooke, if you ask Brooke any of this today, and she can't recall any of it. I believe God allows children to see what we cannot, and maybe because they are in the purest form, maybe because he was her first grandchild, or perhaps she has just chosen one fully committed in her faith. I don't know, but I know it brought her peace. So I love that story. I absolutely love that story. What do y'all think about that story?
I like it.
Yeah, I do too.
I do too.
It's a good story.
So if y'all have any other stories like this, please share these. These are my favorite. These are my absolute favorite stories. And there was a lot of comments when Dawn shared this story with us too. So that's the bonus episode.
Yeah. And if you have more of these stories you'd like to share with us, please do reach out to us. We are sisterghoststories@gmail.com, and you can like our Facebook page. We are Ghost Stories because everybody has one.
Please subscribe to our video. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the notifications so that you'll be notified every time we drop a new episode.
And if you tell me yours, I'll tell you mine.
Thank you.